I'm dead. Okay, so, oh, this is tilted. What the fuck, B?
Say you right, I got my guy, but I can't help it, I want you. I can't stop and look the other way.
It's already bad enough for the camera back. My face. Well, you got the other camera.
Okay. So I'm finna start it. Right? What the fuck is that? It's on. Hi, welcome back to the podcast. It is your girl Drea and Loe. Well, you supposed to say Drea. Okay, let's run it back.
I'm looking mighty fucking crusty right now. I'm not gonna lie.
And meanwhile, I got these.
You looking put together. I'm looking very much. I'm finna go grocery shopping, and I'm actually finna do that when I get done with this.
We looking up because we're looking at the TV and not the camera.
Oh, I guess I have to stop doing that.
But yeah, y'all, we're back with the podcast, and it's been a minute since we actually been on camera and sat down and talked. The last 2 videos we posted was the camping trip that we was talking about since we started the channel.
Yeah.
And
it was nice. I mean,
how would you rate that trip? First of all, if you watched it, if you have not watched it, you need to go watch the video.
Definitely.
Because it was a nice video. It was a nice trip. We went to East Peoria. It's not too far out of Chicago. It was what? 3 hours away?
With me driving, hour and a half, 2 hours.
I'm dead.
I'm being realistic. With me driving, it was about an hour and a half, 2 hours. No, I said like an hour and 45 minutes, almost 2 hours.
Yeah, it was like a 2-hour drive for us to get out there. It was a nice getaway from Chicago. I feel like for us, the 4 girls that went, I just speak for myself, I needed a break. With school going on, it was spring break, and just like I said, a debrief from the city, because it could get exhausting being in the same space for too long.
Yeah.
Especially when it's really not too much changes going on in the space that you're already in. So I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of growing out of Chicago, but at the same time, it's still home. And that trip was kind of a opener for me. Like, yeah, I gotta leave Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, well, I like Chicago.
I love Chicago.
I'm one of those people where it's like I'm not gonna lie, I don't really want to leave. Like, I just feel like I need to, as far as the area that I'm in, I need to move around. Like, I don't feel like I'm ever gonna really want to move somewhere. Like, if I would move to probably like Atlanta or something. But besides that, I wouldn't, like, I'm not gonna say I'm not a fan of New York and LA, but like as far as like other cities, city life, I like Chicago. Like I travel and stuff still, but I'm probably always gonna have a home here, always.
I feel the same way too. Like, I'm always have home, but you think like you're gonna be here for the rest of your life consistently until you
probably not in Chicago, but most likely I'm probably gonna have like a mansion in like the suburbs somewhere, but I'm gonna be nearby.
Why do you feel
or
like you
a condo or something?
Why do you feel like you should, just because this all you know?
No, it's not just because it's all I know. It's just, I don't know. There's something about, I don't know. I feel like Chicago just has a hold on me. Like, I feel like my life is going to always get better. Because, I mean, even if I, like, because I feel like some people think, like, oh, well, I'm stunting my growth if I stay, where I'm living. I don't think that that's the case for me at all. I feel like wherever I am, I'm gonna thrive regardless. And I feel like the type of, me saying like I want to go into like entrepreneurship and stuff, like I don't think that I don't think I'm ever gonna really be sitting in one spot either. That's another thing. So it's like, as far as me like having a home, like a real home where I pay bills for and stuff, I don't think that I would ever have a home out of Chicago. Like, I know that I'm gonna be like traveling and stuff, going from city to city. So I know I'll be in LA probably. I know I'll be in New York probably, stuff like that. But I'll probably have like an Airbnb. Like, you can rent Airbnbs for like months at a time. But I don't think that I would buy a home in any other state. No, I don't. Unless I was just madly rich and just had like house here, house here, house here. Then that would be different.
I got a different perspective on that because I just feel like a lot of people in my family is just they have a right to want to stay here because it's their home, but I don't know, it's just they complacent to stay here for the wrong reasons. Motherfuckers don't like to travel outside Chicago.
Well, see, that's different.
And it's just like on that trip, like I realized it's just so much other shit in the world than Chicago. Like,
right.
Even outside of, you know, this country, it's so much that I could go out and travel. And yeah, I just don't feel like I'm gonna stay here.
I feel like it's different if you never go outside of your comfort zone to see other things. Like, if you, okay, like for instance, if you're from Chicago, you never choose to leave Chicago, you never like take trips anywhere, anything, I feel like that's different. But I feel like if you actually choose to like go out and explore, you seeing like places and different things and how, you know, people are in these different states and their cities and like how they conduct life versus how life is conducted where you're actually from. I feel like that gives you the information to say like, okay, I want to live here, or I think I'm better off where the fuck I'm at. And in my opinion, I feel like really everywhere you go is the same thing. Like, everywhere you go, it's always gonna be some hoods. It's always gonna be some projects everywhere. Unfortunately, that's just how life plays out in certain areas due to the government and stuff. That's not really something that can be controlled. So I feel like as far as like I'm leaving Chicago, oh, it's crime. If I move to fucking Houston, it's crime out there. If I move to Atlanta, niggas down every day in Atlanta. Motherfuckers getting robbed, all type of shit. If I move to LA and stuff, the same shit. New York, motherfuckers. I just watched a video of this dude get robbed in Brooklyn. Like, everywhere you go is gonna be some shit. So I don't feel like by me not moving to another, like officially moving to another state, I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything at all. That's why I'm like, I know that I'm gonna always be bouncing around. I don't want to say a vagabond because a vagabond never has a home, but I know that my actual home would always be in Chicago. Like, I would probably have me a nice ass mansion in Madison, or shit, it could be in East Peoria or something like that. It most likely is gonna be close to my city because I know that I'm always gonna revert to coming back here, so I might as well have a crib here. As far as like, I know that I'm not gonna always be in LA. I'm not gonna always be in Atlanta. I'm not gonna always be in New York. So ain't no point in me having a crib out there.
Yeah, I just don't want to have an attachment to Chicago. I know that I'm going to always love it here, but like I just know people that just, I don't know, they just feel like this is their home and they can't leave home. I feel like home is in here, is my body. Like, wherever I am is going to be home. Like, and I have to create a mindset, well, what I'm trying to be. If I want to be a director, I ain't really gonna have no steady home if I plan on having a good career, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get used to moving around and shit like that and being outside of my comfort zone. That's why I say that. In Peoria, I wouldn't want to live out there though.
I would have like a vacation.
I wouldn't live out there because it's a nice place to let your hair down, but I would literally go out there. I would literally go out there for maybe like a week if it was that.
Right, I said like I would have a vacation home out there. But I'm saying like the way how the houses are constructed, I'm not gonna necessarily say that I would move to East Peoria. But I wouldn't mind having a vacation home out there, something like that. But the way how like I was seeing how a lot of the houses were built, because it was like a lot of little mini mansions around and stuff. I would definitely see myself having a house like that, and I know I'm not gonna have a house like that in a fucking city. Unless like I move to Hat Park or something, but I don't want to do that. I feel like that's still. I want my house to be in. I really want my house to be like in a big ass field. Like I got a big ass road and gates that you gotta go through to get to my crib. Like I want that type of crib, and I know that I'm probably gonna have to live in like a gated community or something like that. Which I'm perfectly fine with. Just as long as nobody fucking with me. Cause I'm like, I low-key on my own land while I have my house. And like, I probably would get a house built for me.
Yeah, of course. I would get my house built too. But let's talk about the trip. Cause that shit was, the Airbnb was.
It was cool, but it was annoying.
No, the Airbnb was ass. Let's just be honest here. The Airbnb had 1 bedroom. And the 1 bed, I was good. You feel what I'm saying? It wasn't too uncomfortable for me, but y'all said it was uncomfortable. I was too high to really care about comfort, honestly.
No, it was just cause like at first I wanted to sleep in the bed, but then my mom was talking about some name when I moved around and shit. I'm like, fuck that shit. I'll go dance and sleep on the fucking couch.
And she slept on the couch. And all 3 of them, the other 3, slept on the couch.
Exactly. Like, what the fuck?
That was y'all. Like,
don't say y'all. If I was already on the couch, y'all been stuck on the bed yesterday, day before. Go ahead and stay in the fucking bed. What you coming down with me for?
Because
I left y'all for a reason.
Because they didn't want to sleep in the bed.
I left to sleep alone.
Well, in a 1 bedroom, you're not sleeping alone, sweetie.
I never slept in that bed, though. That's the thing, though.
But your intentions was to sleep in the bed. You just didn't sleep in the bed because you didn't get what you wanted, so your ass moved. But let's be real. You wanted to sleep in that damn bed.
I still didn't do what I wanted because I still didn't sleep alone. So.
You slept alone that first night.
Well, yeah.
Of course, they wasn't going to sleep alone that second night. They already established that they didn't want to sleep on the bed because it was uncomfortable. But
I didn't know that they said that. I must not really been paying attention. Because I'm not going to lie. I could have took my ass upstairs and slept in the bed, but I wanted to stay downstairs because it was so fucking small upstairs. Like, it's no fucking room.
I wouldn't have said that, but I
mean, it was small as fuck. There was no room up there at all. Like,
it would have been
more. You gotta bend down
or
walk certain places and shit.
I don't know. I just feel like the Airbnb, if we were gonna rate it out of a 10, I would give it a 2. The Wi-Fi did not work. Tressa, bitch.
I give it a 7, at least.
I'm not giving it a 7.
Scenery wise, everything, you know.
The scenery,
the house itself,
the 2, but it's
the house itself. Well, you know what? I'll give it a 5 because it was shit like the fucking water smelled fucking weird. The door on the screen door to the fucking balcony fucking broke. Like. It was already broke. Like, bitch, now you gonna try to say, oh, well, it's because motherfuckers, Airbnb hosts definitely will try to make up, like, fees and shit. Like, they should already be broken. And then they'll try to come around and say that you broke some shit. That's why I always, when I get to Airbnb, I always try to, like, find what the fuck is wrong with it. So I could tell your ass up front, like, this is what happened. This is fucked up. I'm letting you know this when I got here. This shit was fucked up. So this shit is documented, so you can't be trying to say that a motherfucker didn't give your ass, didn't give you, or, I mean, a motherfucker didn't pay you for breaking something in your shit. But yeah, that water is ass, the internet ass.
I'm giving it a 2 because the host ass. Bitch, if you're gonna be a hostess, if I'm telling you I have an issue with your Airbnb, your first priority is to get that issue.
And then she tried to say,
you're not supposed to say anything else other than
we're not gonna refund you nothing because you brought 2 extra people.
But on your website, you said this Airbnb fits up to 4 people. If
I thought it said 6.
No, it was 4 people, and it was 4 of us there. And she said that we had 2 more people than we needed. How the fuck? I don't get Airbnbs like that. This is my first time actually booking Airbnb by myself. But let me know if Airbnb's motherfucker, if it's within the guests, is a motherfucker supposed to overcharge you for guests if it's within the amount of guests that you said you was gonna have.
I mean, I guess you actually have to put the actual amount. But
I'm saying if she has 4 guests,
right? That's the maximum,
and I have 4 guests with me, including myself. Why am I getting charged for extra guests if within your maximum amount of guests? That's what I'm saying.
Bitches want to do some shit. So bitch, you can keep that shit. Fuck that shit. Your internet don't work. That's all I'm saying. Well, the internet. Then the bitch said the internet started working as soon as we got there.
It just so happened that as soon as we walked in the door,
no, bitch.
She said at 7:37, it's the exact same time we arrived, the internet cut off. Bitch. So our blackness turned off the goddamn Wi-Fi. That's what she's saying. That's basically what she's saying.
We should have smoked that bitch out and left. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Smoked the house out.
Hell yeah.
But that wouldn't have. That's just not. Yeah, that wouldn't have gotten us anywhere. Cause we still would have been without Wi-Fi, money wasted.
I don't give a fuck. I would have did that shit. Said fuck this shit. Oh well.
Mm.
I know that wouldn't have been money wasted. We still went to the Airbnb. I mean, what the fuck you gonna say? House smell like weed. Okay, you gonna try to charge your fee? The shit not gonna go through on the car because my car don't was fucking locked. So what?
Oh well, but like I said, the trip was good outside of the Airbnb. We had broke some glass without our aggression. We really didn't even get to really break the glass either. If you watch the video, because the goddamn glass they want to break against the tree.
Yeah.
The cheap bad. Well, it wasn't glass.
And then it was like it was a fucking river right there, creek, whatever you want to call that shit. And at first, I was throwing it at the tree across the thing because, you know, I'm trying to throw like a football, give him some so I know it break for real. And all it did was just roll on the other side of the damn creek. And I wasn't gonna go over to go pick that shit up. So, somewhere out there, somebody's gonna find that fucking jar. So, I'm pretty sure that jar is still there.
With all her secrets in it.
And a lot of this shit, because my address and my name not there, no fucking make a difference. Fuck that shit. You'll never fucking know.
Yeah, but we let out some things on there. I honestly, that process really didn't do shit for me. I ain't gonna lie.
I just wanted to break some shit.
It really didn't do much for me because it was so much to do it. I just feel like, I don't know, that shit, you gotta really be in a mindset to say, oh, I'm really finna let out all of the shit that's bothering me and just break this glass. And everything that's bothering me is gonna go with the glass.
This is not the first time that I've done something like that, so I honestly don't feel like, you know, that's something that's for me. I just like breaking shit. That's it. Which I said that though. Like I didn't.
But I'm saying even breaking the glass didn't do nothing because those feelings came right back.
I was happy. I like I said, I just like breaking shit. It was the fact that I was breaking something. Like I still wanna go to like a rage room where they give you like a car or whatever the fuck or a go axe throwing shit like that. I love aggressive ass shit like that. So. I mean, it wasn't more of an emotional thing to me. It was more of a...
It was, for me, that was my intention.
Adrenaline type thing for me.
An emotional release. And that was really what I was hoping the trip was going to be, an emotional release. But after the trip, it just seemed like everything that I had planned on releasing was like double times 10. I'm not going to lie. As soon as we got back from that trip,
dope shit just kept starting fucking happening. A lot of
shit happened, like within the family. That's low key why within the family, and then I ain't gonna lie, I don't do good with things. Like I close up when shit bothers me. I just really don't feel like being bothered.
Yeah,
and
I don't either. Well, I could be around certain people. Well, I can be around you or my significant other, but that's about it. Like I don't. When I'm in one of the moods, I don't really like to be bothered with many people. And it's sad to say, like, I don't even really want to be, like, when my daddy and my granny call me and I feel like that, I don't even want to answer them.
Yeah, it just, I don't know. Me thinking about a lot of things throughout the trip, like I said, the emotional weight is just too much.
What you saying, like, what was talked about during the trip?
No, I just, like I said, I came into the trip with the mindset of letting out emotional things.
Oh, even though I may not have, back and shit still happened type shit.
I came back and I felt like those emotions was okay.
Shit got added on to those.
Not
emotions?
Added on. Let me see how I can explain it. So again, I came in there with the intentions to shed all these emotions, but when I came back, it's like okay, I addressed them and I knew what I was feeling, but it's like okay, I kind of was like paralyzed, almost kind of like how I felt when I dropped out of college type shit. Like I had dropped out of college, but it's like, okay, yeah, you gotta actually do work. You can't just stay and like I said, I can't just break glass and then shit's just gonna be good. Like I gotta do things after that. But by the time I got back, it was so much shit happening. Damn near didn't even have time to debrief from the fucking trip. You know what I'm saying? To really lay out all the things I had on my mind, even though I wasn't saying it to y'all. In my mind, I was, you know, going with the flow and trying to let things out. But I don't know. I just do bad with things like that. And that's one thing I noticed during the trip. Like, when I came back and I realized the shit didn't go how I wanted to, like, afterwards, I kind of shut down.
I didn't give a fuck. Like, I wasn't even surprised that stupid shit was still happening after the fact that we ended it. Because I feel like stuff always happens to me in my life. Like, it's always, like I told you, I always feel like I'm being tested. Like, I feel like the universe always testing me. Like, all right, let's just see how much shit we can throw this bitch away until she break. Or let's just see, like, let's see how she maneuvers herself in this situation. Let's just see if she's deserving of what the fuck she wants. And I feel like now, obviously, I'm getting what I mean, I feel like I'm still low-key fighting. But I feel like I'm starting to, everything like that I wanted as far as like my manifestations and stuff, like it's starting to happen. Not as fast as I want them to happen, because I mean, it's still stuff that's like ongoing that's happening. Like, you know, as far as like our family and stuff like that. I mean, it didn't, well, no, it did affect me at first because I was crying, but I mean, I guess trying to just put myself like in a better headspace and not think negatively of things. Like, I mean, even if things, you know, are messed up or whatever, like, it could always be worse. Like, that's something that my mom used to say to me all the time. Like, even if, like, it's hard to look at a situation. When you're going through something, it's hard to, because I just told somebody this shit the other day. When you're going through something, it's hard to look at the situation itself and be like, all right, let me remove myself and tell myself, like, I could really be going through something way worse than what the fuck I'm actually going through. So it'd be like, you know, sometimes it's like, let's say you upset, you trying to tell somebody what's going on with you, and then they're like, oh, well, you know, it's not that bad, it could always be worse. You don't want to hear that shit. But at the same time, I mean, it's the truth. Like, your situation could be worse, and really nothing is permanent at all. So as far as like your emotions and you feeling some type of way and stuff, I be trying to tell myself, like, the way I'm feeling is only temporary. The bullshit that I'm going through is only temporary. Like, even if I do want to sit here and be mad and upset or stuck in my head about whatever the fuck is going on with me, at the end of the day, like, this too shall pass. Like, this, I know that there's some fucked up shit right now, bitch, and you might not see the light at the end of the tunnel right now, but I mean, this is only temporary.
Right. And I agree. That's my thing. Like, cause I've been accepted that bad shit gonna keep happening to me a long ass time ago, cause bad shit happened to me before I even realized how the fuck to deal with the shit. So I already understood that, but I always beat myself up about how I react to things, because I feel like I can change that, and that was the thing, me reacting to shit that I can't change. And even though it was a lot of like bad shit going on, it was some fucked up shit going on that was fucking with me. But at the same time, like, I applied to Columbia Hollywood, and, you know, applying for that, and I got in, and now I'm trying to figure out when I'm gonna go to there, and now the process is kind of like fucking with me. Like, I don't know when I want to go. Not because I don't think I want to go, but it's just a lot of shit in my mind. Like, I don't think I should go right now. I should just go in the spring. But it's like, okay, what am I waiting for? Like, I'm waiting because I don't want to leave my family, or I feel like I should just prepare myself, but I just need to go. You know what I'm saying? I think too much. Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of people, overthinking is a disease. So, that's what they say. But I understand with the school situation. I'm starting to get towards I'm in my third to last class of this school year before I get my certificate for being a medical billing and coding specialist. However, even after I finish this school year or whatever, I still have to take my board exam to become certified for real. I'm fucking terrified. Like, I just looked at the damn practice test earlier, and because it's that's one of my homework assignments. I have to do the practice test, and it's due tomorrow. It's due tomorrow, basically. It's 125 questions, and on average, it's going to take you about 3 hours to finish the test.
I didn't barely study for any of this shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this entire school year, I've been passing with legit flying fucking colors. Like, I don't know how, but I have. Like, I got a decent ass GPA. My GPA at 3.84. I don't know how the fuck I did, but I did. And that's like, it's now this shit starting to catch up with me. Like, bitch, now it's crunch time. You need to get your shit together. And I'm like, only thing I keep thinking about is like, I have to mentally prepare myself. Like, you finna have to take this test in August, cause I'm after I finish with this school year or whatever, they allow you to, the school basically set you up with the account. It's called like the NHA something, which allow you to take like practice tests. They give you a study guide, and that's the same company that creates the board certified test or whatever that you take. So the school, like, they pay for the account for you to use it or whatever, so you can, you know, pass the exam and stuff. And also it helps you with scheduling to take the exam too. So it's like, I finished, my last day of class is July 25th. I'm gonna schedule like the second Saturday in August. I'm gonna schedule to take my exam. It's like, I'm really trying to like prepare myself. Like, bitch, you are not gonna fail, because I swear that's all I keep thinking. Like, I feel like I'm gonna have to take this test a bunch of fucking times in order to pass it. And I really don't want to have to do that.
But if you do have to take it 4 times and you pass the 4th time, shit, you gonna feel good.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't want to have to keep doing that shit though. Like, one thing, I'm extremely competitive, and 2, I hate failing. Like, even though I'm the type where even if I do fail, I keep trying. I love getting shit done. I'm competitive with myself, because I know what I'm capable of. So it's like, if I don't get something done get something done correctly on the first try, it low-key fuck with my ego, because it's like, I've always been the person who's been able to like get shit done like immediately. I read something or something, like, I damn near got a photographic memory if I really pay attention to shit. So it's like, I'm playing a mind game with myself. Like, I'm afraid, one, I need to start studying, because I have not been studying at all. But it's like, I don't know, I feel like since I've been out of school so long and I haven't really took school serious, like, bitch, are you even capable of like being able to just like take tests with flying colors and you be perfectly fine and you pass them? Bitch, like, are you even capable of doing this shit no more? Because the last time you used to do that, you was in like high school. Right. You're not in high school no more. This is college. College is completely different from high school. So it's like, fuck. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I mean, I'm gonna get it done. It's just the process of thinking of it is scary. Like, I've been excited and waiting for this since October, and that's like, it's starting to finally catch up with me. It's like, fuck, I gotta get my shit together.
Yeah, I can agree, because I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't no shitty student in high school, but I definitely wasn't no straight A student, and I didn't care to be a straight A student at all, because I didn't give a fuck about school. Like, I was too worried about other things, emotional things. Again, reacting to shit the wrong way. I just closed up. And I didn't want to do that with college. And again, I closed up. And that's just something that I don't want to do when I take that next step and move to California. That's why I'm really just don't even want to think about this shit. I want to just go. That's why I'm really just going to say, fuck it. I'm finna put this application in. I'm finna give them all my paperwork, and I'm gonna be gone in October. That's my plan, and that's how I'm gonna put it in my mind, because that's what I want. Right. I don't want to keep on having to worry, or be like, oh, if I don't, or I don't want to keep being a procrastinator. Right. That shit not cool. Especially if I want to do this shit, I can't have that mentality at all.
All right, you can't keep holding yourself back, right?
Right, and I don't know what the fuck it is. I really don't know what it is, honestly. I really wouldn't be able to tell you what it is that hinders
it's not something right. It's not something physically that's hindering you, or even really emotionally that's hindering you, like holding you back from making a decision on leaving. I mean, shit. Besides like leaving family, that's really it.
Right, and
being up there on your own, that's pretty much it.
Shit, I could get away from for a little minute.
Yeah.
I could get away from y'all for a little while, but it's just a fresh start. And me knowing that, like I said, I always knew all I got is me for a minute. That's been like something I always told myself since my mama died. I gotta always depend on myself. And I feel like that's low-key where I fuck myself up at, because I put too much pressure on myself to be like that. So by the time I got to high school, I ain't give a fuck, like, you know? All the shit that I was like, oh, I gotta be strong, blah, blah, blah. It was like a little bitch. Now, I'm trying to build some strength.
I still feel that way. Okay.
But it was in my aura and everything, like, the way I carry myself. Like, I remember I was a sophomore, because my freshman year was that's the first time I ever decided to pick up a pen and start writing, like, a script. And it wasn't because I just love movies. It was because I was trying to let out my emotions, what I was feeling. And so when I was a sophomore, I remember my teacher, Miss Brown, like at the beginning of the school year, I was like happy. It's my English teacher too, so I'm writing in this class. Like I like English. So I was happy in the class. I talked, but after a while, I just wasn't talking no more. And my teacher noticed, and I really didn't think that people was paying attention to me enough to notice it, because for so long, like, wasn't nobody talking to me about how I felt about, you know, shit, which is understandable, because if you ponder on something for so long, that shit might consume you. So I get it, but when she told me, like, when she asked me, like, here, are you okay? Because you don't seem so happy no more. That made me feel some type of way, because I thought I, like, you know.
Thought you was hiding it good enough?
Yeah, but nah, bitch, you really not. In that same year, like, another teacher, she called me to the office when my friend had told her that I wasn't feeling well. I started crying to that motherfucker about some shit. I ain't never did that. I ain't never even cried to you for real.
That's different.
Bro, I remember, like, because at first when she called me in her office, she was just like, how you doing? I was just telling her about things, like, she and my mama had passed away. Right. And I had told her, and she was just talking to me, and she had put up this article on her phone, and she had me reading it, and it was just about grief or some shit. And she had walked out the room. My friend was still sitting right there. And I know I just started fucking crying. Because it hit me like, damn, like, you in this motherfucker office, you don't even know this lady. You talking to this woman about a woman she don't even know.
Well, see,
it's just like, to me, like, it's fucked up for me. Like, I always just made it seem like it's just nothing to really just, like, hold against me. Like, oh, my mama died. A lot of motherfuckers lose their mama. But at that moment, it didn't hit me like,
you, though.
Right, at that moment, it didn't hit me like it's okay for me to feel a way about it.
Yeah, because I feel like that sometimes too, because it'd be like, I feel like that's, it be pissing me off, because it'd be like, it's fucked up that she passed away, right? And obviously that's my mom, and I feel the way that I feel. But at the same time, it's like, you're not the only person that went through this either. Like, what
right,
makes you so
different?
Not to
feel sorry for
exactly,
myself.
Like, and that's so fucked up, because what the fuck do you mean?
I should definitely feel
exactly,
sorry for
like,
myself.
what the fuck do you mean? Because I've said that to somebody before, and they like, what do you mean you can't feel sorry for yourself? You lost one of the most, like, important people in your life. Somebody who took care of you. Right. Your main supporter, like, that was your number one. And you saying, like, you don't have the right to feel bad that she no longer here? You fucking crazy. You have every right to feel that way. Yeah. And I still be thinking sometimes, like,
I don't have no reason to be this fucking sad.
It be like, it's been years now. Like, bitch, you shouldn't still be crying. Like, it's okay to feel some type of way, but all that crying and being in deep into your emotions and stuff, like, no. And then I started realizing, like, I think like that because of my fucking father. That's exactly why I think like that. Because my mama wasn't the type of person where it was like, no, don't feel your emotions. Because she was an extremely emotional person. Right. She's the person who taught me, talk about how you feel. If you feel some type of way, if you feel like somebody mistreating you, speak your mind, communicate, things like that. My father is absolutely nothing like that. Anytime, like, I have something going on with me or something, and I feel like I can't get mad at him about that, because I feel like he was raised like that. So he just feel like that's how things are supposed to be. Like, I'll be telling him, like, I'm depressed. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm fucked up. I really am. Like, I have my days where I don't want to get out the bed. I have my days where I don't want to be here no more. I really do. And my anxiety doesn't make me feel, it doesn't help either. Because I feel like I get extremely anxious about stuff, like, if I feel like I'm like, if I start thinking about my mama or something, it'd be like, okay, she's not here. You got all this shit that you gotta do, and you don't have nobody to fall back on to help you. Like, okay, bitch, you gotta keep up. So like when shit start going left, I start panicking. It'd be like, what the fuck? Like, I don't have nobody to help me. What the fuck am I supposed to do? So when I want to talk to my dad, my last living parent, about something, and it's like, you're not understanding me. Yeah. All you say is, I mean, that's life. Things happen. Da 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 da. Like that. Like you not supposed. Like we don't cry. You don't cry. You not supposed to. What the what? Yeah. Like that. That's not. I mean, I understand from his perspective because of the way he was
they don't
raised.
know, right? They don't know any better. That's the way they were taught to cope.
They were always taught,
but they don't really realize that it's like you keep on doing that, the issue gonna keep on reoccurring, exactly. And that's and my make issue it worse. With the trip. Like when I came back from the trip, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna really just buckle down and start.
Like all you end up doing is suppressing your fucking problems, and then it just end up becoming a bigger fucking problem. And
all that shit happened. I was like, man, what the fuck? Start the shit over again. Like, I just feel like you said, every time I feel like I hit like a bump in the road, like I gotta.
Right, I feel like, okay, I gotta fix this.
I gotta go back.
Something else happened to be like, what the fuck? Like, I'm trying to fix this now. I gotta sit here and try to fix this. Like, I can't.
But I can't.
I only got 2 fucking arms and 2 legs. I can't do everything. Then it'll be like, when you try to explain to a motherfucker, okay, I'm not in the right headspace, so I might come off negative. I might have been coming off negative these couple of days because I've been feeling this way in the third. Motherfuckers don't understand that. Like, sometimes people really do be fucked up. Like, if I got a lot of shit going on, I don't have the mental capacity to try to be dealing with you. Literally. I don't.
Literally. And I be feeling bad about that, like friends that I have that I might not talk to all the time. It's not that I don't want to talk to them. It's just sometimes I genuinely just don't have the energy no more.
Right.
And I never felt like that before.
My social battery be so fucking small.
I never felt like that before, but I really do have moments where it's like I can't talk to nobody, or you really just gonna be like, okay, you're just a bitch right now. She ain't fucking with me. That's what they gonna think of me, and I don't. I don't have time to explain. Right? Like, how do I explain it? Like, bitch, I'm just not in the mood right now.
But I feel like I don't know. Like it's not right. But I don't know. Like coming from somebody like being in a relationship and everything, like. It's extremely fucking hard when you going through something and your significant other is not understanding, like, bro, I'm not, don't fuck with me right now. Like, I'm not in the fucking headspace to be trying to be funny with you. Like, I don't mind you being in my space. I really want you to understand that you should be happy that I'm even letting you in my fucking space. Because if you was anybody else, we wouldn't be talking right now.
We would not be talking.
It would be a couple of days before you heard from me again.
For real.
Like, I need you to understand that. So, instead of you taking it as, like, I'm being a bitch or I'm trying to be mean.
How about I just don't really know how to exactly say what's wrong with me.
Exactly.
You just sit there and
you just
listen.
gotta give me a minute. I swear to God, I ask for that shit too fucking much. I literally say that shit too much. Give me a minute. Like, I'm not today. Like, give me a fucking minute. I don't think people understand that. Right. And then when you go to fuck off and you snap, it's like, oh, well, you a bitch. Bitch, I tried to tell you, I'm not in the mental capacity to deal with this shit right now. And you keep fucking with me. What do you expect? Of course I'm gonna go off on your ass. You making it worse. You making me feel worse.
You making me feel worse. And it's not like you said, they not the problem. I have my own issues.
Exactly. And I don't want to project my issues on you, and I'm trying to get you to understand that. Right. But you're not understanding it. Instead
you're making yourself a problem.
Exactly. You choosing to make yourself a fucking issue. After I've already told you that you're not an issue, I'm going through something. You choosing to make yourself a fucking issue. That shit is annoying as fuck.
Yeah. I hate explaining myself to motherfuckers that don't listen to me. That's exactly why I always felt like I should stay by myself, but I also, like I said, I fuck myself.
And I feel like people call me selfish because of that. Definitely. I definitely feel like people call me selfish.
That's
like,
another thing. People be misconceiving like when a motherfucker is selfish and not just because a motherfucker is doing. Of course, you're gonna be selfish.
Why is doing for yourself
selfish?
But my thing is, why is doing for yourself considered being fucking selfish?
It's yourself. That's what I'm saying.
Did it stop?
No, I didn't stop.
But no, like I don't understand why. I don't understand why that's a issue or a fucking a thing with people. Like, if you choose to sit here and say basically like, okay, your friend want to go do this trip or some shit, but you don't want to do it or whatever because you might not have the funds or you just feel like the energy, some type of energy is off, or you just got some type of feeling, your intuition telling you fuck that damn trip. That's perfectly fine for you to choose to be like, you know what? I'm not gonna go on the trip, bitch. I'll see you when you get back.
Right.
It should. Your friend shouldn't feel like exactly. Now I'm a horrible fucking friend because I felt some type of way. I didn't want to fucking do something. Now I'm a horrible ass friend, right. Bitch. Okay, so fuck all the talks that we didn't have. Fuck all the time we done spent together. All the bonding we done did that actually makes me a fucking good ass friend. Right. The moment that I chose to do something, the moment that I chose to remove myself because I wasn't feeling something, or the moment I chose to not do something because I felt like it was an inconvenience for me. Right. At that point, now I'm not a good friend.
That's what I'm
saying. Now I'm
selfish. Either is they genuinely really don't understand that motherfuckers going through shit, or they're selfish in the friendship because
I definitely
you're not the one that's selfish. They're the one that's selfish.
If you can't understand that
I
exactly,
can't, then why are you trying to make me do something that I'm telling you I can't and I don't want to do? I don't have to do that's what I'm saying. My friends, I ain't never had issues with my friends. Like, if I tell them I don't want to do something, they be like, "Oh, you're just fake." That's never happened to me before.
I don't give a fuck no more. I used to care, but I feel like when it comes to friendships, I feel like I'm very secure with the type of person that I am and how genuine I am.
Right.
So I know exactly what my intentions are. Because I feel like with some people, it's like you don't know what their intentions are, mm-hmm. or you can't tell if like they being genuine. Because sometimes I feel like just because you got a friend who don't always want to kick it outside, that don't mean that that's not your friend. That's just a friend who a fucking homebody. Yeah? Like,
exactly.
That don't mean that you
have this friend for a particular reason.
Exactly. That doesn't mean that, she not your friend, or you can't never kick it with her, spend time with her, do shit with her. The bitch just a fucking homebody, and there's absolutely nothing fucking wrong with that at all. If that's how the fuck she wanna, if that's how the fuck the bitch wanna be, then so be it. That don't mean that the bitch not your friend. So you gonna sit there and throw y'all whole bond away because your friend is a homebody? No, that's stupid as fuck. This shit dumb. Anyway, better things. The best thing that happened for me so far is that I done fucking moved. Moved out of that raggedy ass apartment and moved into the one that I am in currently that you are looking at. We are now in my living room.
It looks lovely. It looks lovely.
I always pull out my earring. It's fucking irritating.
Yeah. But yeah. How long you been in here?
So I moved in here April 29th, and I believe it is April 15th or 16th today. So I've been here 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So I'm pretty happy where I am. I like the way that I have my house decorated. It's very calming. I knew that I was gonna move into something that I liked. Like, at first I was concerned, but then, I don't know, I just got this feeling of reassurance where it was like, bitch, this next move is going to be it. You're going to love where the fuck you at. And I'm glad because I feel like every time I move, after a while, I get tired of where the fuck I live at. I swear to God, like, after about a good 6 months, and be like, did the phone do that?
Understand any of the inner dynamics of that situation, but
that's weird.
Technical difficulty.
But nah, I knew that I was gonna end up moving somewhere and I was gonna end up liking it. So I'm glad that I'm in a different space. Now, the only thing that I'm working on right now is my financial stability, and I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job as far as like getting back up on my feet, making sure that, you know, everything is, you know, being handled and everything. I feel like I'm going in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I feel like I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but now I feel like, all right, bitch, we getting the hang of this. We starting to get somewhere. So I'm actually very happy right now by how things are working for me. I'm a little scared about school, but at the same time, I'm excited. It's like, finally, I done went through a whole year of fucking school. A bitch ain't never did that shit in her life. College. Let me not say school.
College,
Obviously,
right.
a bitch went to school, but a bitch ain't never went through a whole full year of college. Congratulations, bitch, because you be, when it came to college, I ain't gonna lie, a bitch be quick to, bye.
Yeah, because you really don't got nobody down your throat really telling you, okay, we gotta do this, Kira, gotta do this.
Right, and be like,
college is
I
definitely
just dropped out
an
and said,
experience.
fuck this shit.
You really can. That's fucked up though. That's the
You
fucked up
have
part.
to, you really gotta have like the
Discipline.
the discipline and the determination to get that shit done. Cause now I've actually, at first, so now even though I have the plan set out now to get my bachelor's, I wasn't gonna get my bachelor's at first. I was just gonna get the certificate. I was gonna get certified, and bitch, that was gonna be it. I just wanted to get me a damn job as a medical bill and coding specialist, making about on average from like $22 to $26 an hour. I was gonna do that, bitch, and be done. I'm not doing school no more. But then I'm like, bitch, if you're gonna do this, you might as well go ahead and get you go ahead and go through with it, get you a fucking degree. So I was like, fuck it, I'll get my bachelor's. And then I started reading up more on my master's. I'm like, shit, I ain't gonna lie, bitch, if you get your bachelor's, get your master's too. Like, what the fuck? You might as well. I mean, it's like 2 more years. And then, because in my mind, okay, I always wanted to be a doctor. So I'm not gonna lie, I probably do go through with school all the way so I can get my fucking doctorate. Just so motherfuckers call me Dr. Something. Like, I swear to God, like, I want to be able to say, bitches, no, bitch, I'm a doctor.
I'm a doctor.
I'm a fucking doctor.
Doctor.
Not the nurse, not the CNA, I'm the fucking doctor.
You gotta set the bar high though.
Yeah. And then I feel like I've always had high expectations for myself. Like, I feel like I always used to think about how other people have expectations for me, but now that I'm an adult, I don't give a fuck about what other people want from me. I'm more so persistent on me following through with the things that I say that I'm gonna do, because I feel like as far as being an adult, and then not only that, but being a woman, you're supposed to be a person of your word. So I'm gonna go through with this shit. I'm gonna get my master's. I'm gonna try to get my doctorate. I'm not gonna lie, because that shit take like 6 years. But I mean, it could be done. It could be done.
It could be done, and it's gonna be done as long as you got the discipline for it.
I mean, I go to online school, so it was like, bitch, how hard could it be? Just be persistent.
And think about all the things, like you said, that you was manifesting and you put into the air that's came back to you tenfold more than you even.
Right, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, like, a lot of things have just been falling in my lap, which I'm very happy. I feel like all the times I used to complain, I'd be like, damn, what the fuck? Like, when the fuck's something going? I feel like I'm now coming into that moment where it's like things just literally fall into my lap, and I'm just, all I gotta do is just take off with it.
Right. That's how I feel too. I feel like I said, I wasn't the best student in high school, but I always had it in my mind that I was gonna go to Columbia in Chicago, and that afterwards I was gonna go to Hollywood. I didn't know when, because again, I was always skeptical about like, oh, when do I want to leave? Do I want to leave my family now? But I always knew it was gonna happen. Right. And now I done made it through my first year of college. It was rough, but I made it through. And I'm literally on the phone with admissions counselors at Hollywood trying to get me like $5,000. You can come this summer. I wouldn't expect them niggas to say that. They putting pressure on my back. Like, bitch, you need to hurry up and make a decision. I thought I was gonna have to worry about getting into this school. Now they're like kind of putting pressure on me to decide if I even really want to go. So now I feel like this. I told my grandma the other day, like, I don't know if it's my mama or God talking to me, because it seems like every time I feel like pressure to make a decision on my own, it's like they always make a decision for me, like my mama. Cause I was gonna start in the summer, July 11th. Right. But they moved up the start date a month. I ain't gonna be able to do that. It's next month. I ain't gonna have no time. So It's kind of like
that's something that like
God was kind of like okay.
That's
October.
physically right. That's a physical thing that's hindering you from going right now.
Right.
So in that case, it's like okay, well you take the next opportunity.
Right, and God was like, okay, well shit, you too scared to go in July, and it is a little early. What you gonna do about October? You gonna wait all the way to the spring now? You know what I'm saying? And now I just feel like I got that in me. So at this point, it's just like you can't stop overthinking. You just gotta do it.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like it's a matter of you putting yourself in a position to be ready, though.
Right.
Because you don't want to go out there and freak the fuck out either. So
yeah, but if I'm thinking about it too much, so I'm saying like I am gonna freak the fuck out.
Exactly. So I don't know. I mean,
my best bet is to do what I'm doing
how
right
I
now.
see it is like if you don't choose to go in October, I would definitely say go in the spring. Like if you feel like I feel like that should be your deadline. Like I'm gonna give myself some time to think about it. Like if I don't wanna do it in October and I don't feel like I'm ready, bitch, you gotta go in the springtime.
I'm gonna do it. That is my deadline, but I'm aiming for October. Like I'm applying for October. If something happens to hinder me from going to October, which I'm going in the spring, but I'm going in October. That's my plan. And I didn't think it was gonna happen this fast. I didn't think I was gonna be making this decision my first year. I thought maybe my junior year I'll be deciding to go. You get what I'm saying? But it's happening now, and I'm not saying that it's too much for me because I'm ready. This is everything I asked for. I wrote this shit down a year ago, saying I wanted to get into this college. I wanted to go here this time, but it's happening to me, so I can't be scared now.
Right, like
I asked for it.
Right.
So now I'm ready. I'm ready. Yeah, it's still going, but I'm ready. I'm gonna keep manifesting everything that I want. As far as school, as far as my career, and I feel like I'm gonna get everything. Because I've gotten everything that I've set out into the energy. Everything that I put out into the energy, I've gotten back.
Right, yeah. I feel like
everything I put out into the air, I've gotten back.
And I feel like I feel like I move with a certain type of like genuineness. Because honestly, I feel like
I move purely with love. Everything I do is out of intentional love. That's why I feel like I give back so much good shit because I never do things out of bad intentions. And you always gonna get good things.
Exactly. I mean, except for like when I'm arguing with this dumbass motherfucker.
Still,
I mean, I always have good intentions. Like even when I am mad, I always try to catch myself still and be like, you know what, just fuck this situation and walk away from it. Because it'd be like, I don't really want to say something or do something that I'm gonna regret, and it'd be like, I want to take it back, but you can't take it back.
Right.
So it'd be like, shit, just let shit be what it is, bitch, and don't stop letting shit piss you off or get you out your element.
Right.
Like make
situations, people throw you off your square.
Exactly, like a motherfucker say or do something that make you make you act like somebody that you actually not, like get you out of your character, out of your body.
Right.
Fuck that shit. If you around people like that, you need to remove yourself from being around people like that. Because all they gonna do is keep doing the same shit.
Yeah, keep yourself around energy that is restorative to what you are trying to be. Don't surround yourself around energy that is gonna keep you where you are. And I'm not saying Chicago gonna keep me from where I am, but I know that moving out there is gonna help me become what I want to become career wise. But bitch, Chicago always gonna be. I'm gonna be going out there like, bitch, I'm from Chicago. I don't know shit about out here. That's my home. It's always gonna be home here. Like, I want to make a movie about how beautiful and how much I love Chicago. Like I'm really literally writing this shit out right now. Like, I really do love this city.
Yeah.
And I have intentions on making
very in love with my city. Very much so, which is probably why I'm like, I'm always going to have a home here. Like, I got to make sure that I build me a home here. I don't give a fuck if I got a condo out here, whatever. I'm always going to, Chicago is always going to be my home.
Yeah, I feel the same way too. And I'ma always speak highly of Chicago. It's always gonna mean something special to me. I went through it. You know, all that shit here. I'm always gonna remember it. That home is always gonna be my home I grew up in. So like, it's always gonna have a special place in my heart. Always love Chicago.
I feel like my mom is here. So That's why I feel like I'm. Even though I'm pretty sure she always watched me wherever.
And that's another thing.
But I really do feel like she's here.
My mama, like, before my mama died, her intentions was to move to where she died at to get a better life for herself and for me. And it's fucked up that she didn't get to do that, but it's like I'm doing the same thing that she was getting ready to do too.
You taking off where she left off.
Right, because that's exactly what she was trying to do. And I'd be damned if I'm letting anything.
Right. My mom
getting
was
away
trying
with what
to,
the fuck I gotta
She
do.
was trying to finish school and everything, but she didn't, but I am. So.
Well, we gonna keep on doing exactly what our mom was wanting us to do, and that's literally been the only thing I wanted to ever do. Is make my mama and my daddy proud. And I'm gonna do that shit. I don't give a fuck. I could cry every night before I let them motherfuckers down.
How I see it is, like, my mom's not here no more. I feel like regardless of whatever I do, I'm gonna always make my mama proud. But I feel like with the people that I do have left here, I feel like my dad, not to say like I don't really have to worry about him, but my daddy got no kids. So regardless of whether Caitlin take care of him or not, even though obviously I'm not gonna leave my daddy.
My daddy know Kiera gonna be good.
He's gonna be good regardless. But my grandmother, she doesn't have our daughter anymore, so I have to make sure like I go as hard as I possibly fucking can because I don't know how much time I got left with her. Like, she's not the youngest fucking grandmother. My mama didn't have me at a super young ass age, so I don't have the privilege of having a grandmother who's super long and I'm finna have another 40, 30 years with her. Like, I might not have that opportunity, so I have to make sure that I'm doing the best that I possibly can so I can show her something with the time that I do have left with her.
Right. I definitely feel that heavy. Like, my mama not here for me to physically show her, the woman that she created, but my father is, and he already know how I'm coming. I don't even gotta say too much. My daddy already know.
I don't know. I wish I was real close to my daddy, like the way I was close with my mama. I'm close with him, but it's like, my daddy a man, and he don't always be thinking the way I need him to think. Like, I be having to tell him, like, dude, you tripping. But then he'll be like, you old as fuck, so you got the mindset of a motherfucker who was born in the 60s, shit. You was born in 64, so shit. I mean, it's like, I want to be mad at you, but I can't be mad at you. Just like when my granny be saying certain shit, it be like,
right.
You was born in the 40s, so I gotta let that shit slide. Like, okay, Gloria, like, whatever.
You know what I really want us to do next podcast? Because June is coming up. We talked about how significant June is in both our lives. That's the month that both our moms passed away in. Not the same year, but they died in the same month of June. So I feel like next month we really should like put but our content should be filled with like, our mom and bring some of our family. Like, you bring your granny on here. I could bring mine. Like, Keisha on here. Like, we could bring people on here to help us talk and like talk about that shit.
Yeah.
Talk about our moms.
Actually,
all that. I would love that.
The person
they would come on
I
here.
probably would want to bring on here is my godmom. Definitely. My mom's best friend.
We need to do our episode with our godmamas, grannies, and daddies. We're going to do that so y'all could really... so we can really get a scope. Because there's some questions we got.
They can
and my dad asked
understand us. Yeah, my dad asked the both of us too. So
we definitely going to come on here and we're going to really like be able to let out all the shit that I feel like we got built up.
Right, and I feel like give y'all a better glimpse of why we are the people that we are, why we talk the way we talk, the way we act and stuff. And then sort of give y'all a glimpse of like what our family is like. Cause I would say overall we got some pretty cool ass people in our life. I fuck with the family that we do have. Like, motherfuckers might not be perfect,
right?
But I fuck with them.
And that's one thing I've learned is like I know that like none of the adults in our lives had shit figured out when we came here. They just went along like we going along now. So I look at them differently now, and I feel like we could be able to have really good conversations with them. And that was the point of us even really creating this podcast so that we could like have those healthy relationships and be able to talk shit out. And that's gonna be a good little month. I'm not gonna lie. I've been anticipating June since we did episode 1.
I'm having a freaking party for my mother's birthday. My mom's birthday is June 26th, so I'm gonna have a freaking party on the 25th. Obviously it's gonna be
/home
like homewarming.
And we also gotta do the bedroom because we're not going to be sitting here
So
for the
yeah,
podcast either.
yeah, this is just like a temporary thing. I don't think that I'm gonna be doing like an apartment tour because I just have a thing for some reason, like energy wise, I don't want people to see like what I have going on or wish anything. You know what I mean? I know that probably sound weird, but you literally have people who look at like the shit that you have and pray bad things on it.
Mm-hmm.
What you see is what you see. It looks great. So it looked great so far.
It looks really good. Each apartment that you've gotten is gotten better and better.
Yeah.
From 81st to 79 to 77.
Yeah.
But you just keep going closer and closer downtown. Ease on down the road. Ease on down Cottage Grove.
I was saying, like,
ease on down the Grove.
Probably get a condo downtown someday.
Ease on down Grove. Ease on down.
I mean, I'm already on the east side. The Jeffersons was on the east side. I'm already
going down that Grove, baby. Going all the way down north, baby. Cruising down that Grove. That's what I'm saying. God is leading you. You went from 81st to 79 to 77. Bitches getting closer and closer downtown. Literally. If you know.
Yeah.
It's just blessings coming. It's just
I fuck with it.
Them moments that I just gotta realize are just moments.
Yeah.
That's
like
all.
I was saying, it's really hard when you're going through something. It's really fucking hard to be like, oh, this is only temporary. Because I mean, I do still tell myself that, but it'd be like, bitch, I don't want to hear that shit right now.
I don't got time.
Like,
I'm trying to go
I'm
further.
trying to get this shit fixed now. Fuck this shit.
Trying to move on.
Ain't nobody trying to deal with this shit, bro. Like,
But
being
you
an
got
adult
to.
is annoying as fuck. Like,
Girl.
I never understood you should be happy you're a kid. I wish I could be a kid again. Shit, I wish I could be a kid again too.
Living your youth. Exude your inner child.
Yes.
Okay? Exude your inner child.
But even when you get older, you still supposed to, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exude your inner child throughout your whole life. You always gonna be a kid. That's why big as adults be in bouncy houses.
Mm-hmm.
They still kids in the heart. And that's all. Just gotta
Yeah.
work through it. We all kids in the heart.
Was definitely a big ass kid. Definitely.
Yeah. I can't wait for y'all to really get into who Drea And Loe really is, though.
Right, like,
Because y'all don't even know who Drea And Loe is.
if you only understood. If you only fucking understood.